Greetings and welcome. My name is Tobal, and this is Space Haven. Space Haven is a spaceship colony simulator. You're able to build your own starship and manage the crew, and it does have aspects of RimWorld in terms of like a storyteller type of experience, and it does have a pretty in-depth atmospheric system from what I've seen, and it apparently also has some great menu music. I didn't realize this when I first booted it up. I didn't expect this to be the music that's in the game. I don't know if this will be here when it launches, but it's actually pretty kind of melancholic, you know? It's got that feel to it. So yeah, this is, of course, early access. It is a Kickstarter game that has been fully funded, and they're almost at, I think they're at double what their original Kickstarter amount was. So we are in a Kickstarter alpha demo, as you can see down here. So do expect some things to possibly change, of course. The standard caveat that things may change, things may crash, everything like that. And as a disclaimer, this was provided to me for free by Bugbyte, the developers of the game. So I'm going to jump in and just kind of explore because I don't really know what to expect. I launched it up enough to see that it runs and that everything seems to not blow up as soon as I start the game. So that's where I've been so far. So we're going to jump into the first scenario, which seems to be you've got 4 people and you have a platform and you need to build a ship. The second scenario is a mining station, and we're supposed to build your ship from scratch and strike out into the unknown. I don't really know. We can just go ahead and create the game. It actually loads really quick. So we seem to load into a tile from what I've gathered. So if I zoom out, this is our little, I think this is a platform. Now, I don't know if we're supposed to build on this platform or if we're supposed to build a separate ship. That would be something that could be more intuitive, but we do have a tutorial window that says you're supposed to build a tools facility. So I'm kind of going under the assumption that we're supposed to use to make this the ship we want. And if I zoom out all the way, you're looking at like a pretty big sized tile. And I'm guessing that this is the area within which we can expand our ship. And then on this same node or in this same zone, we have a bunch of other things we can look at. It kind of reminds me a little bit of how Space Station 13, because it was 2D, it operated on grids. So in one grid, you'd come into the grid, load up, certain things on the grid, and from there you'd have to load into another grid. So it seems like there's 3 different types of resources on this particular area. I don't even know what these are. It is some sort of gold, silver, and maybe blue blocks. Yeah, we'll just talk about blue blocks. Hyperfuel, maybe? I mean, it looks like it's more refined from maybe this is the raw hyperfuel and it's refined into hyperfuel. No, oh, look, it's ice. It literally says that if I click on it. Okay, so base and noble metals, that's fine. And this seems to be some kind of unexplored ship. And I say that because I can actually see a bunch of things outlined on the wall. So I'm assuming we can come over here and explore this later on at some point. But yeah, before we get too far in, let's just, or before we plan too many things out, we've got our little crew. So Alaya, Nathaniel, Minnie, and Iceland. Okay. Hello. By the way, the Bugbyte, the developers, they are. This is a Finnish-based development company, so that's cool to see. And yeah, maybe we'll pick up some Finnish down the road. We've got a generator. It seems like we're generating, and I can't quite tell what the number is we're generating right off the bat. But we have a core module, which is the power generation. We've got a storage module that seems to be full. This is an airlock. So the airlock looks like it's got kind of a loader as well as a little small storage thing next to it. Default trade is false. Oh, but I didn't want to do that. Oh god. Well, I can't do it anymore. Oh god, don't vent that. Please don't vent everyone out to space right now. We can in fact move and dismantle the airlock. So this is not set in stone that this has to be the side with the airlock. And then we have 3 kind of hangars here. We've got a shuttle hangar, and there's our shuttle. We've got a couple of mining pods that are in pod hangars. So I'm guessing this is like a one-person ship. In fact, it says so right there. It's a one-person ship, and I think we use this to get around the map. I'm assuming we can use this to like go over here and mine out the noble metals and possibly do some exterior construction on the space station or the ship. So yeah, we've got... Let's look at some of the crew. So the crew has these little mood bars, very much like The Sims. So you've got your health, your rest, your comfort, happiness, things like that. Some things are the main bars here, it looks like, and then there's more in-depth bars once you go into the status window. They also have a pretty interesting little tag system. So, you know, you've got a couple of conditions that are applied to your character. They're working, they're awake, they've been in a spacesuit, so they look like they're fatigued. -2 to rest, comfort, mood, and safety. And then they also are in an uncomfortable environment. So, really grumpy about the comfort level. I'm assuming they're not happy about a huge, giant generator that is making tons of noise. Yeah, this person has like a super negative comfort, or at least maybe this is telling you that his comfort is going down at a severe rate. I don't know what all the icons mean yet. These mean that we don't have power to these objects, so I think we need to actually put down like an outlet or something, and we'll experiment with that in a bit. Let's go back to the crew and take a look what else we've got. So inventory-wise, I don't know if you're able to, if you have to micromanage this or not. It looks like we can actually give them direct orders too. Ooh, neat. Okay, there we go. What if I right-click her on this? Ooh. Move to spacesuit on, enter craft. Okay, what if, can I just tell you to go inside and then go do a thing? Let's, how do we speed up? F2? F2, F3. Okay, so she's in the ship. What can I do with the ship? No. Draft. That, okay, when I hit that, she left. So let's get her back in the ship. Dock. Select airlock. Dock the shuttle by... I don't actually want to... What in the world? Did it just make a random dock here? That's super funny. I don't know if I was supposed to do that or not. It just made like a platform in space. Can I redock somewhere new now? Can I go over to, say... do we have a dock over here? I don't see an airlock. Do I have to break into the ship? Oh, that's kind of cool. So it gave me I was able to find a target. So I guess she's gonna... Oh, okay, the old dock there went away. So I'm guessing this is just a representation of where your ship is going. It's probably a placeholder. But this is how we're ordering our people to move around inside the tile. So Minnie is gonna head over to this abandoned ship. I have no idea how to get into said abandoned ship. I haven't figured out if we can rotate the camera. And in fact, I should probably look at the options. Drag map. Can we rotate? This is rotate an item, I think. Rotate the item you have in kind of inside of your in your hand. So view mode, and this is these are the two types. These are the different types of overlays we have. Otherwise, I don't think so. Let's try to look at G and okay, we can't do anything with G and F, the rotation things. So if I tell you to exit, you're in your spacesuit, thankfully. Can I have you... Oh, there it is. So she was smart enough to recognize where the other ship is, and we just got a new order to explore the derelict. While she's getting over there, let's also see what we can try to do on our main little... I don't know if this is the ship itself, I guess? Yeah. So this is the base of our ship that we're going to form the rest of it out from. So it wants us to build a tools facility, and we're also probably going to need some food and rest here soon. Actually, one person's pretty hungry right off the bat. I think they have food in storage, though, right? Yeah, we've got artificial meat, fruits, looks like maybe... Okay, space food. So I'm assuming vegetables, fruits, and meats make these space food, or space meals. So they've got food taken care of for a bit. We're obviously low on power. Let's look at these overlays. This is telling us a bunch of different cool little information overlays. We've got hazardous gases, CO2 levels, which is starting to build up, oxygen levels, which seem to be pretty stable, but I don't think we have any generation of oxygen at the moment. So that's something we need to look into as well. Available jobs, comfort level. So this is, it looks like it's originating from the core module. So I'm guessing the core module is a big honkin' loud beast, and it's not enjoyable to be around. Temperature-wise, it is -8 degrees Celsius, which is pretty freaking cold, I believe. Yeah, alright, so what are we going to do? We want to build a tools facility. I think I want to start building out the ship, too. So let's explore this build menu. Production, what is storage? Okay, so it's grouped by either who needs it, or it's just grouped in a certain way. So these are all production items. Power here, food items, of course. Wait, what? The autopsy table enables crew members to dissect and butcher various creatures. That's disturbing that the first thing you see in the food menu is an autopsy table. I'm highly concerned about this. Okay. What else do we have? We've got tools. So this is the tools facility they want us to build. Resources, energy refinery, transformed energy crystals to energy sticks, and fuel crystals to FTL. Okay. Fair enough. I lost everything by clicking away, I think. There was a medical bed in here and a hypersleep chamber. Suspend the body's functions. So maybe if people get really, really sick, we can put them in the hypersleep chamber instead. All right, let's look at the ship. These are I think these are internal walls. And they all seem to be the same cost. So these are just different styles of walls. Okay, it's pretty straightforward build, click, drag kind of build system. We have more airlocks. We have a couple hangars in here as well. Spacesuit locker. Seems pretty important. And what else do we have? A system bridge. Ooh, cool. Oh, just one? I want a fancy bridge. There's a hyperdrive that we can just stick on the back of the ship. And we also have the hull. Now, I think the hull is, yeah, this is where we're going to expand the ship outward. So, this is kind of awkward. Is this because this is where I put, I wonder if that's a leftover from where I actually put the, I docked the shuttle over there. And I think it thinks that it's part of the hull now. Okay, so let's give an order to expand the ship a bit. I think I want to make, I mean, this is going to be the center of the ship. It doesn't look like we have Z levels. Also, I have no idea if that's a plan or not for this game. I don't know if Z levels are going to be a thing, or if it's all going to be on one elevation plane. But let's go ahead and make the most use of the space we have. Now, this is 2 tiles. The tiles are a little weird. It's almost like it's selecting a 3D box, and I'm on the tile on top of the box. That's kind of, it doesn't quite match up, and I don't really know if I like that or not. Yeah, it doesn't quite make the sense that I don't know, it's not quite intuitive, but they might wind up changing that down the road. All right, we're just gonna expand things out a bit. I might come back in. I want to give it like a staggered appearance so that it seems like we're narrowing the front. Like, you know, most spaceships are, you kind of see a bit of a staggered neck to it. So we'll kind of make like a Corvette. If you fellow nerds are familiar with Corellian Corvettes from Star Wars, I'm thinking like something like that maybe. Yeah, it just kind of goes a little bit bigger than I would expect. Let's cancel the order for this one. There we go. Okay, that's good enough for the moment. I think we'll unpause. I don't know how they're going to build it. Did they just do their thing? Okay, yeah, so they actually immediately jumped into the ship. How do we handle jobs, by the way? Jobs. Let's see, this is the world. We'll get into the world map in a second. I think I poked at the world map. I kind of roughly understand it. This is the jump order. We can't jump because we don't have a drive. This is the tactical view that I think we zoomed out to see this earlier. Are you coming back, or is this just telling us that we have somewhere here? I think it's actually just telling us that we have someone deployed over to this location. Okay, here's a job. Looks like the job screen. So, priority. So it's everything based on a priority level. It looks like the pips might be skill. Yeah, so 3 skill here for the, so Alea, for example, Alaya has 3 engine skill. So is this good or neutral? Okay, so hyphen is a normal priority, and then we have up and down. I need someone to be like a high priority doctor, right? Let's make Nathaniel let's make medical have a high priority. Everything else seems to probably just be okay, normal. Are there any jobs that no one is doing? No. Again, hyphen means normal priority. It doesn't mean that they won't do it. It's kind of like the cleaning order in like Door Fortress or RimWorld, it looks like. It's the thing that people do last. I can't seem to reorganize these at all, so it's just the way it is. I mean, it kind of makes sense. If you want to have one job, this is just like the number system in RimWorld without numbers, right? So this is 5, 4, 3, 0 right here. So that makes a little bit of sense. Why would people not do a job, though? Wouldn't you want as many people as possible just to do something? No idea. Let's actually make it so that everyone is doing whatever they can possibly do at the minimum. And then everyone has some kind of priority per job, it looks like, except for logistics. And maybe that's just moving things around. It also seems like we've got a schedule just like RimWorld has, so that's pretty familiar. I don't know if we have traits or whatnot. We could look at people's traits. Ships. set on which ships your crew members sleep, work, and spend their free time. Oh, that's interesting. Can you have like ships and formations? Curious. I have no idea what the in-depth level of this game is. I don't know how far along it is or what the plan is, but I do like being able to customize my own ship, so that's pretty fun. All right, so they're building the hull. We've explored a little bit of the crew's screen. Let's go over here and look at Minnie as she breaches the derelict. I hope there's no... You know, I should have brought a gun over here. Oh, shit, there's spiders. Nope. Hey, look at that. Holy crap. Okay, I have questions about spiders in space, guys. That's a bit broken right now. It seems like Minnie's one-punch champ here. So she was able to breach in and kick some spider ass. Good job, Minnie. Is there anything we can take? Oh, I can just like punch a bunch of random stuff. What bar do you have here? You got bit by an alien, you're feeling a little hungry, and you're fatigued. But your health is okay. Oh shit, you barely have any oxygen. Oh god, get back to the ship. Can I order the ship over to the other side here? Hey, cool. Okay, let's have the ship meet Minnie over here. God, that's really helpful, actually. Okay, Minnie, get back into our good ship. Was there an oxygen button? Refill, take oxygen? Can we just refill our oxygen from that? We can. And does it regenerate its own oxygen? It's just kind of sitting at 7680, so maybe not. Okay, so she has regenerated her oxygen. Let's have her go back inside here. Is this just open to space, it looks like? Fair enough. Can I take control of this? No, I can beat the ship up, apparently. Alright, I don't know what you can do in derelicts yet. I assume at some point you're going to be able to take over a ship or take components away from it or something like that. I don't see any options for like exploring or opening things up, so I'm guessing at the moment it's just kind of a placeholder. I could be wrong. I don't want to assume anything is not part of the game when it actually might be, but I just don't see anything that would indicate that. Oh, hang on. Salvageable resources. What is this? Oh, it's giving me symbols for anything that's salvageable. Okay. I can't seem to salvage it. Do we need... Open salvage. Ooh. Fascinating. Select facilities to salvage resources. Skill indicates construction skill needed. So we're going to have people of a certain skill. Well, skill 1, resource. Well, why can't we... Can we salvage facilities to dismantle 2 out of 5? Oh, this is pretty in-depth. Transfer salvage resources. Yes. Didn't quite... I'm not seeing a whole lot of stuff that makes a lot of sense to me right off the bat. Transfer? Hang on. Drafted shuttle at derelict ship. Oh, cool. Okay, so do we just need someone to move things from here to there? Well, that's pretty fancy. Minnie's about to run out of oxygen again. I hope she doesn't instantly die. Let's try to get her some oxygen real quick before she croaks. Oh god, it's really low. It's really low. Please don't die, please don't die. And, okay. She is at... Okay, she got a full 100 and she only took 100 away from the ship. So it looks like she gets 100 at a time. Let's look at the salvage again. I can basically say I want to salvage a bunch of stuff. HSS Dione. That's my main ship, right? It would be kind of nice to see a track all button. Now, crew mini, auto maintenance, spaceship battle stations. Okay, so do we actively do stuff here, or do we have to... Let's see, what if I right-click on this now? Okay, I think we have to actually have the skill to do this, to get this right now. When we looked at the salvage window, it wound up telling us what we needed, and I don't see any tools, per se, but maybe Minnie has no skill in salvaging. Is it actually a skill? Let's look in here. Construct maintenance... What does Minnie have? Minnie can't refine. Maybe she needs refining. I don't know. Either way, we were able to find something. We'll come back to it once we have more tools. I think I want to get Minnie back before I accidentally kill her. So let's bring Minnie back in. And we'll click the dock button here. Am I just supposed to do that? And then it comes right back home. We are really in depth or right in the middle of, it looks like, building the rest of the hull. Now, it looks like only one person is building at a time. Oh, disregard. I see 2 pods taken out, so maybe I can't see either of them. I think I saw a ship just now right there as well. Okay, so this one's coming back in. Did it run out of power? That actually might be a problem. I've not really paid too much attention about that. How do I dock my ship back home? I guess would be my big question. I right-clicked there. Is it going to just do it? No, it kind of went underneath. How do I redock my ship? Oh, maybe I need... It doesn't have power, so it doesn't like that. That's fair. That would make sense. It's not actually all that non-intuitive. Like, I can still at least select the ship underneath. So, I would... Again, a lot of my stuff I'm basing on my experience playing early access games. It's in pretty decent shape, I think. Long term, I'd be interested in seeing what else we have to do once we really get going. Okay, so let's get Minnie out of the ship. She's going to be able to recover just a bit. And how about we start putting down some internal walls? So we want to put down... let's make ourselves a bit of a bedroom here. Can we do that? Let's say we're just going to have a hallway on one side. And this will be maybe a bunk room. Just for the moment, and nothing too fancy. We'll put down crew furniture bed. And maybe this will be like a crew room in general. So we'll have a couch here. And I guess we could also put some lights in. I guess we can't build until the wall has been built. So I will try to build it on this wall that is constructed. There we go. Again, not sure how far the light will go out. Oh, we need a door, don't we? Can we go back to the ship door? Can I overlay a door? I can. Okay, fair enough. I think it's complaining because I couldn't get to all these things inside, which makes sense. All right, let's also put down some power generation. We need to plug in our 3 hangars. So I think we need to go under... where is it? I saw power. Core modules are the actual power generating devices. Power node... This looks like a plug, right? It's got a connection to the core. Oh, it actually... They have to be touching tiles for the connection to be made. So we're going to have to kind of link these in order, I guess. Or you'll have to kind of daisy chain these together. Okay, so wall power node only fits the wall. And I guess power node you can just put anywhere. Okay, so let's put power node, I guess, right next to these hangars. I guess we'll just put it dead center. I don't know if this will cover... Like, you see how this covers one edge of the tile, but it moves it away from the top one? So I don't know which tile needs the power. We'll put it right here for the moment. So it's complaining at us that we need to do some stuff. So I'm going to try to get that done pretty quick. We want to do a tools facility. So we'll say this is the bedroom, and then over here will be another room. So let's put down crew, ship, production. All right, tools facility here. All right, we'll put down the tools facility so it's going to stop yelling at us and telling us to build the tools facility. So that'll get done. We have a bunch of warnings, a bunch of stuff not on power, no place to rest. We're fixing that. No tools facility, which we're working on. And did we just lose all of our building plans? What happened here? Did it just super not like me all of a sudden? Build tasks queued. Oh shoot, we're out of things. What do we run out of? It is awaiting basic block. I think that's the basic block there, the hull block. This area may not be reachable. Was it the tools that we're missing now? Shoot, I guess I overbuilt maybe just a bit. Well, that's no good. Am I super screwed? Did I just actually get us, like, super killed? Oh, wait, it all came back. Hang on a minute. What am I looking at here? Why can't I see the walls and things like that? I hit something that must have turned some things off. Oh, that shows us the walls. I actually kind of like this view a little bit more. It makes me feel like we're not about to float off into space. Like it retained the... Maybe, okay, so when you're in build mode, maybe this is just telling you what's coming up. And when you're in the normal mode, it only shows you what's actually there. Okay, that's fair. So... No tools facility to replenish crew member with build tools. So I guess we need to get this thing down sooner than later. Can I mark it as high priority waiting for resources? It needs 2 of these plates. So we have enough of those. Now, I might have waited too long with no building tools, though. So I hope we're not super screwed. We might be, and that's okay. I could always reboot, reload, and go from there. At least we know a little more about the derelict now. I think I did get us a bit screwed. I don't see a way to... Yeah, I think I should have put down tools first. Can I force someone to do that? I just right-clicked on it. Let's see if they'll go over to it. Negative. Okay, I think I've super screwed us by not building a tools facility. So let's go ahead and restart. Let's do that real quick, because I want to keep playing. I just have to figure out what I'm doing first. There we go. One more shot. Right away, I'm going to build the friggin' tools facility. Before you even think about it, we're going to have tools. Okay, tools facility tucked right up against the power core. That way we don't run out of said tools. While we're doing that... Wait, we didn't have any tools to begin with. What are you fussing at me about? No building tools. But you're actually bringing stuff over here. So why were they so upset last time? I still have 0 tools here, but it seems like that doesn't matter and that they're able to build this. That's really odd. Maybe they didn't have another resource that I missed? Fair enough. All right, let's go back to expanding the ship hull a bit. I think I want to try to do the same thing I did before. Let's extend this. In fact, let's extend this pretty far. I want to pretty much just go to the edge of the map here. All right, so we've got that queued up and ready to go. Create optimal gas conditions. Build life support and a CO2 scrubber. Okay, so let's go under crew life support. Oxygen, we'll stick this... Again, I'm just going to tuck things right on the generator for the most part. So I don't have to keep building kind of power outlets, basically, for lack of a better term. So we've got the gas scrubber and life support. What else do we have here? Thermal regulator. The right temperature is essential for humans to survive. I'm assuming we're going to need to build that too. So let's go ahead and just drop one right in the middle. And right next to it, we'll also put down the power outlet. Because this probably isn't going to have power because it's far away. Okay, so that's power, heat, tools, oxygen, and carbon dioxide scrubber. What does this symbol mean? Do we not have? Are we not able to fit it there? Is that what it's yelling at me about? Let's speed things up a bit. See what they need. Okay, so I don't think it likes the position here. So let's do the move icon, and we'll move it maybe over here instead. And it might like me a little bit more. So there we go. Scrubber over there. This one likes me, and the tools likes me, so that's okay. All right, let's speed things up again. We're still at create optimal gas. While we're doing this, since we looked at a lot of the other systems, let's take a look at the star map. So it starts us out, it looks like, in an asteroid field. And it seems like we're in one particular tile inside of a solar system. I'm assuming this is randomly generated. So we're inside of a... Yeah, so we're in an asteroid. We don't know what's in these other areas. Like, we have a rough idea. It does say that there's some resources here. I think this is a... the Cult of New Haven. Fair enough. We've got pirates, it looks like. Just something called the Military Alliance. And the Android Collective. Yeah, so the Borg. Fair enough. I wonder if we make a ship that's just basically one giant block, if the Robotic Collective will appreciate our design abilities. Can we just do... Can we just do one giant tile? Hey, this tile has nice lined up resources for us. Nice. And so it looks like you're always going to spawn with a derelict as well. Cool. All right, what else do we got? We've got... let's go back to the map. So we've got a solar system. And it looks like we're also inside of a randomly generated galaxy. I say randomly generated because I have peeked into the map in a previous, you know, when I opened the game up, and it had a different layout. Now, I don't know if the game is completely already mapped out or not. I would actually be pretty impressed if all of these systems were instantly generated with their own, you know, individual content. That would make the depth of the game, I think, pretty deep for an early access. But if it doesn't have anything in it, and these other systems, I wouldn't really hold it against them. It is pretty early on, but we will try to get there. because we want to explore the game as far as I can go. Now, it looks like these are in a hyperlane type system. So I'm assuming I have to go from like gravity well to gravity well, so to speak. So to get to the main, I don't know, jump point of the solar system from one to another, I have to get from this edge of the solar system all the way over here. Nothing else on this side. Okay, fair enough. All right, what else do we got? Let's go speed things up. We're still trying to create optimal gas systems. Fair. Oh, I didn't really check who's got what job this time around since we reloaded. So, Erica, let's actually look at the people. I don't think I've really explored their skills. So, yeah, I don't think I looked at the skills tab earlier before the restart. So, everyone has a bunch of skills, and I think they're somewhat dependent on your attributes. We've got bravery, zest, intelligence, and perception. I have no idea what any of these do yet, although you can get a feel for them because it tells you the calculation of these other things down below. So, how fast they work is determined by their intelligence and their perception. I guess they're accident prone. Their ability to avoid accidents is dependent on their perception. And they also seem to have some traits. So this person was a lab technician before the apocalypse, and they are a fast learner because of, well, I don't know if it's because of their job or this is just a random trait, but this is a fast learner, learning rate 20, which seems to indicate that's how you get your skill ups, by doing the job over and over again, which is pretty standard. So who were we looking at? We're looking at Bertram. Let's look at Krish. Krish was a salesperson, and now he's a hero. Safety to 15. I have no idea what the safety trait is or what that number means. Erica is hardworking. Work speed 12. I think the last person's in the ship. No, that was Bertram. Mia. Mia was a lawyer who is a gourmand. Cool. So every time she eats, she's pretty happy, just like me. So we built our new power area. My little, I don't know, my wall plug. But it looks like it says power node unlinked. So let's click links. Okay, so it looks like it's insta-generating a link automatically. So whenever something is near it, I guess it's going to automatically try to link it. So you'd have to, I mean, I'm sure at some point they might make that automatic, but maybe you wouldn't want to link, you know, this to this. Oh, there was a limited amount of linkages it could make, it looks like. So maybe you don't want to link, you know, maybe you want to make it more of a daisy chain instead of linking everything in sight. All right, so build lights so your crew can see. Man, so needy. Gosh. Let's see. I don't want to move anything. Let's cancel that. What do I do here? Uh-oh. I'm stuck in the links window. Okay, there we go. I got out of it. I might have to put that in a bug report, just that I was in the link mode and somehow managed to keep the bidirectional buttons up. So someone's still building over here. Everyone is blind and can't see anything. Fair enough. It looks like we couldn't position the power to service all 3 bays, but that should be fine. We should be able to deal with just 2 active bays right now. Let's build down some lighting. Crew, facility, no production, power. There we go. Furniture, so floor lamp. Let's go ahead and do, I'm guessing, random power here in this big, we'll call this the cargo bay for now. And just like we did last time, let's try to put down that room, because I think that was still a good idea to have a room where people can go to sleep. So let's try to do the same style. What is this going to be? I don't remember what I even tried to build. What is this telling us? Build task queued. Waiting for constructor. Facility not on power grid. Environmental condition. Low body temperature. Well, that's not my problem. Go put your suit on for a bit. Who has a low body temperature, by the way? Who is freezing here? Oh, okay, cool. You can actually select them all and then just cycle through whatever's going on with them. Energy, food. Oh, they're all starving? Are you all starving? They're eating away at their stored, like their body fat, basically. Well, how come they're not eating, though? Do they have to have a table to eat? Hang on, let's pause things. Maybe they absolutely have to have a, let's see, kitchen. Prepare better meals. Place a table to create a proper kitchen room. Oh, maybe they have to have a room to eat. Okay, so I guess let's put down, we'll make a little bit of a kitchen here. I don't know if we need to have it separated off from the rest of the map or not. But let's do this. Let's put down some chairs. Crap. There we go. Hopefully those are all accessible. I know I did tuck it into a corner, but I'm assuming they can walk up right next to it and get it. So that's going to be a table. I guess we could also put down the rest of the kitchen type stuff there. So food. God. Autopsy table lets you make food. So disturbing. Let's go ahead and do crew life support. Where'd it go under? Furniture facility. Let's put a kitchen here. I'll wall this little section off. So this will be kind of the room for the kitchen. And I guess we could do a toilet just tucked in here somewhere. Sure, why not? Everyone's gonna go potty even in space. Can't just let it go out the airlock. Okay, so speed the game back up again. We need build task queued. We've got lights, no more tutorial warnings. So for the moment, I think it's gonna let us be happy. Nope. Not long enough. Okay, so we still need to make colonist beds. Yes, we're still building the outside of the ship. So I'm going to wait till this gets done because I don't remember how far out I designed the layout to be. Well, I guess I could look at the hull, right? Okay, so it's quite a few more tiles. Are we going to have enough hull blocks? I think we will. I don't think we're going to run out of hull blocks anytime soon. We had quite a few, and really, it doesn't really use that many from what I found. So it's almost like it doesn't quite go through, like... this small block here only uses, wait, 10? Oh, I think it's actually telling you how many are actively being used right now. So we've got this much queued up, and so we basically have 8.5 units worth of whatever this building block is, and if we keep expanding, we're going to be using more of it. That's actually kind of a better calculation, I think. That way it lets you know this plus your existing project is going to cost X amount. So we know here that we're going to go over our current stockpile of these hull blocks if we were to do that. Did I actually build that or did I cancel it? Okay, perfect. All right, so we've got a table now. Are you guys going to go eat at the table? Not on power grid. Okay, so we need to drop some power here. Let's go ahead and do the production power and wall node thing up here. Dude, it did say something about a room. How do I make a... No tooltip added yet. Okay, so it's missing a tooltip. Are you all grumpy? Oh, hey, they're actually going to eat. So I don't know if it was because of the kitchen or just because of the table, but at least they're eating. Oh, God. Chris just passed out on the floor. Fair enough. I understand the feeling. What do we need to do to make a room? How did that work out? I saw that complaint earlier. Let's look at the room. Was it this button here? Room groups? Can I make room groups? No. I can't do it. It seems like I can't do it from in here either. Alright, that's fine. Well, oh, hang on, go back to that. Room groups. Here you can see which rooms are connected. Each room group has its own color. Okay, so I think we just have to close something off, and then it's going to be considered a room, I would imagine. So let's go back to building the wall. So this is going to be our hallway. And we'll do, again, this door will go there. And this should be, let's see, a bed, space, bed, space, bed, space, bed. Just enough for 4 people. Nothing too fancy. I might even throw a bathroom in here if we're feeling very generous. So, crew, furniture, beds. Actually, I keep pressing R out of habit to rotate things. So that's why that keeps popping up. I guess I'll put down a couple of... That's right, we can't build on unfinished tiles yet. So I'll come back and build some lights built in over the beds. Can I also put in, like, a toilet in the... I know that's really awkward. Yeah, that would... I mean, I would feel slightly uncomfortable, but you know what? We're all friends here, right? Let's put in an arcade machine... and a jukebox. I have no idea if this is going to make them happy or not, but we'll put that all inside of their room. Alright, so everyone is passed out on the floor. We'll speed the game up just a bit. Hopefully they're not going to just die from sleeping on the floor tonight. Why didn't you curl up on the little chair? That's pretty comfortable, right? Now, the other calculations might not be in play yet. So you see how safety, social, has not moved at all. Now, food has moved quite a bit, energy as well, and I think I've seen health go down when our last person got in a fight with those bugs. So I'm assuming that's going to be a thing. We're probably going to need power over here, so I could probably queue up, since this wall has been completed, I can queue up my fancy power thing, my wall node here. We want it facing in. Now I wonder if it'll just go through the wall. It looks like it's going to service the whole area. So we'll build that. Oh, you know what? I bet this needs to be linked over here. Or has this not been built? No, it hasn't been built yet. Okay. Alright, off you go. One of them is just left, so they're going to go dock and or undock and go take care of the walls, I'm assuming. We need colonists, beds, and toilet. Got it. Those are coming up. Wait, why can't we use this? 3 out of 5 dumps have been completed. Lovely. Lovely. Thanks for that. Thanks for that counter. Super, super important. I'm assuming maybe this means that you actually have to have someone take care of and dump the waste. Power node unlinked. Okay, we'll click on this and take care of the link. Also, this looks like it has... Space Station 13 used to have this. When you click on a tile that has multiple things on that tile, it has them in a list here. So we can look at the hull, and we can look at the power node, for example. So if you're ever on a tile that has a couple things on it, I think you'll be able to click through and see all those different items. Just some food for thought. I guess we're kind of orientating this way. So in theory, I could just try to drop down this fancy... what is it? The giant hyperdrive? Oh, it actually takes up quite a lot of internal space. So we probably want to expand the ship hull out a bit. How much is this going to eat up of our resources? We got 21 of these left. Now we could do this just a bit. Let's add out... You see, it's just super awkward sometimes. The way this is lined up, like what it's telling me that tile was, doesn't quite make sense. Right? So it's like, I think I'm looking at the top of the tile below it. Yeah. Well, I'm sure it'll become more intuitive, but just as feedback, if they happen to watch this, then that's just something that not right away was that intuitive for me. And it looks like it might be a little bit challenging to get. It almost seems like it's programmed to highlight the top of a 3D cell. So maybe highlighting the bottom of the cell, like this looks like it. Well, that kind of looked right. I don't know. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. All right, we'll let them expand out this way. We'll put the hyperdrive engine in. Somewhere up here, I'm going to tag down the bridge. We have to make another link here. Or is this built yet or no? Or it's complaining to Arcade Machine. There's the linkage. So I think we can make another link. But from here, we can't kind of push anything off this central node. We'd have to daisy chain it off another one. So each of these can only hold 3 links at a time, it seems like. Okay, how are we doing on power generation in general? 99, 950, 900. Okay, so it actively uses some resources at a time. What about our temperature? Pretty comfortable, 26 degrees Celsius, and it's pretty chilly in the new areas, which makes sense. Probably the same thing with the oxygen. It's going to be low oxygen here, less so all the way over here. Is this, what was that symbol? Are those like crystals indicating that it's just really super cold? Like right here, I see it on the, maybe that indicated that there was atmosphere, I don't know, normally that's a symbol of like kind of particulates in the air, so maybe we'll kind of experiment with that more and see it more down the road. We could probably, since some walls are completed, wait, what are we out of? Hang on, why aren't you building the wall? I can't tell what we need for the wall. Are we out of something? We've got resources, I think. We've got resources of every type. We've got food. Why aren't you all eating food on your own, though? Like, we haven't actually had the space food. Right? Because they wound up eating and making... I think they made meals out of the fruits, vegetables, and meats first, before they've even touched the space food. In fact, they were actually starving. Alright, why is no one doing anything? Equip your crew members. Draft and equip your crew members with weapons and go to the storage facility. Okay, we don't... I guess we'll do that just to get it out of the way. Let's draft and go here and pick up an item. Heard a funny joke. So apparently they do interact with people. So they're going to have some kind of a social system. And we'll grab a pistol. I should have paid attention as to who has what item. Whoa, what the crap? Where are you going? You just YOLO'd out of the building? Unreachable areas. 5.7 pistol into the primary slot. Okay, cool. At least one person's armed up. So, okay, maybe they take... Okay, so maybe they take some time at the start of the day. Remember, everyone just kind of woke up, so maybe they take some time at the start of the day in order to just chill out a bit before they start working. No path found. I might be stuck or in a location that's unreachable. Bertram got himself stuck, so it looks like we will have to take out one of these chairs. So let's dismantle the chair completely. He'll be able to get out of there eventually. We also can do some more lighting. Let's put... Where'd it go? Production, power... Is it furniture? Let's put a floor lamp where Bertram's at. And then we'll put down some lights in the bedroom area. So light there and a light there. That should be enough to cover that spot. See how there's little particulates? I'm assuming that's temperature. Let's look at the temperature. -8, -2. Yeah, that seems to be a pretty good indicator. So at -4, it starts to freeze and crystallize. And obviously our temperature machine, our heater, is not able to push out heat that far, which makes sense. The thermal regulator can only go so far. Okay, so that's, yeah, as soon as it turns to cold, it's starting to show us crystals. So at least that's a good visual representation that, hey, this area of the ship is freaking freezing. Build task queued. Waiting for other construction jobs to finish. Unreachable areas, no path found. Yeah, Bertram's super screwed. He'll get out of there at some point. Can I actually force you to maybe do this? Can I maybe make this a priority? Not quite. Are you... What does this mean? What is this symbol? You are... Schedule is leisure. Oh, is that actually on the schedule? Oh, okay. So we already went through another day. Apparently I missed that. You know what? You guys, we need you to work a little bit longer. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to need to work just a bit longer. They're sleeping for only 5 hours. I guess I'll give them one more notch of sleep. And we'll have like 1 hour of leisure time right before bed. So let's fast forward through things. Poor Bertram's going to get stuck in the corner. So he's going to have a rough night. I think it would be, of course, down the road when they develop the AI more, it'd be nice if Bertram would be like, oh, hey, the only way I can get out of here is if I move it. Well, what if I move it instead? Will that let him do it? No. He is refusing to do work. We'll leave both of these orders up and we'll see which one gets completed first, but... Wait, did we lose somebody? What's Erica doing? Oh, Erica's still drafted. Oops. She's going to pass out in front of her little thing. That's fine. Low body temperature Krish. Oh, shoot. It's getting colder. I guess our little machine is not able to keep up with the demand. So let's go ahead and cancel that. Let's put a build order for crew life support and wall thermal regulator. We'll put another vent here. That should push more heat into the hallway. And I guess we'll put one in the actual room with people in it too. Because once that gets closed off, I don't know how complicated the atmospherics are yet. So I don't know if everyone's going to be... You know, if the cold air would just push right through the walls, or if a room by itself would get colder or warmer. Let's see. What we had... Can I look at your skills? Who's good at shooting? You have a 2 in weapons. Krish has a 2. Bertram, if he ever comes out of the corner, has a 1. And Erica has a 1 as well. So probably whoever was... I think Mia... Probably Mia's going to be the one who gets the nicer rifle. Krish is in a zone that's freezing, but I think it's doing... Is it hurting you much? I can't tell. That's really awkward. So Bertram finally got the desire to get out of the corner, which is kind of weird. Let's cancel this order to dismantle it. Bertram had to spend a day and a night in the corner, and then he's like, you know what? I think I want to leave now. He decided to go on his own way. All right, let's go ahead and put down some more power. And it is tucked up against another power node, so we are going to bounce off of this one. Which should work. This room is getting heated up now because we did put the... Oh wait, no, we didn't yet. When you're, I forget that when you're in the build menu, you actually see the future things that you laid down. But when you're out of it, you only get like a blue outline on the ground. So we actually did finally get the bedroom completed. We need to put down another... The power thing might become slightly annoying down the road. Like, micromanaging the power would seem like slightly annoying. Maybe... I don't know, to be fair, you know, when you're doing something like RimWorld, you did wind up running conduits everywhere too, so it's kind of the same thing. Although you'd run a conduit down a line, and then everything would automatically kind of pinch off as needed. Alright, let's make this linkage here. And then this should be able to link down to the new power supply in this room. By the way, we finished our room. Let's look at what the room thing says. Here you can see which rooms are connected. So this is telling us this is a room, a separate room, I think. Not quite. I don't really know what the whole room thing was yet. Either way, it seems like it's working. Hey, is our thing full? Oh, someone actually did dump this out. So after 5 dumps have been taken, somebody emptied the machine out and actually took it into, or dumped it out somewhere. Who is starving? So they're pretty strict on the leisure time thing. It looks like they won't eat even if they're starving. So we probably are going to be forced to put in some more free time at the front and end of the schedule. All right, fair enough. Let's take away a work hour, and we'll replace that with free time. So they don't eat when they're hungry. They eat whenever there's free time in their schedule, as far as I can tell. So we'll connect these two. That should power everything up. Okay, so our bedrooms are lit up now. Let's try to put down, I think towards the end of the episode, what I'm going to probably just try to get to is at least the bridge. And after that, I kind of want to try out getting to a different area of the game, of the map. So we'll put down a bridge here. This will just be like the control room in general. I mean, I guess I could put like a wall and lock it off. So let's put down a thing here, and we'll put down a wall here. Hope that doesn't block the thermal generator, but it doesn't seem to. All right, we also can put down our fancy pants power, or the thrusters here, hyperdrive. So let's put the hyperdrive in. Oh my gosh, it's not symmetrical. It's going to drive me nuts. There we go. That's close enough. So we've got a hyperdrive queued up. Someone is starving. Erica, how's your health? Yeah, you're fine. You're just grumpy at life. So you'll eat eventually, I'm pretty sure. We also need... What else are we going to need here? Well, let's look at production. We probably want to drop down production for item. Item fabricator. So I'll put the item fabricator here. Resource, refinery, chemical, metal refiner, energy refinery. So that's if we actually go out here and start mining things. How do we get these resources? We just click mine. What if I just do that? Okay, that just kind of forced an image. I wonder if someone... Oh, wow, that was really quick. Right on. So that immediately happened. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it roughly gives you an idea of which parts of the asteroid have resources, and then they go over here and do a mining animation. So I'm assuming if we go to the derelict, something similar will happen, but it has to be a person who has either the shuttle or the skill to do that. Cool, fair enough. Why are you so grumpy? You haven't slept in a while. Well, that's your own fault because you lived in the corner. Let's speed the game up a bit and see what else happens. So far, it's a cute little game. I think it's one of those things that, especially with a lot of early access titles, I would probably just come back to it after a while to see how far things have developed. But off the bat, I like some of it. I like to see what else we can do, what kind of customization options you have. I like the aspect of the crew so far. And obviously the rest of the stuff is just kind of early access things, like, you know, weird bugs or behavioral issues that I'm sure will get worked out in time. But yeah, it looks pretty exciting. It looks like it's completely funded too. I did check out the Kickstarter page briefly. By the way, if you're interested, the Kickstarter will be below in the description of this video, so feel free to take a look at that. Are you all going to finally eat the actual meals or no? Apparently we have an unlimited amount of space food. I don't actually know what they're pulling out of right now. Oh, interesting. Use fruits, use root vegetables. How are you even eating? Maybe that's just something that's not, you know, like some games will just say, hey, if you have a kitchen, just eat food. You know, we could be so in early access that there's no food consumption yet. They just use it as they use it. We got the hyperdrive done. We'll probably have to finish the Wait, hyperfuel. We have hyperfuel, right? We do. So we'll finish the bridge, and then we'll see if we can't jump somewhere, and we'll see what that takes us to. What other items do we have to build? We've got the airlocks. I do really like the idea that you can just build a massive block. I kind of want to see if we can do that. Like, literally just make a Borg ship. Literally make a Borg cube. With the thrusters on one particular side of it, airlocks on either side, and then just have a giant floating block of a space station. That's my dream. And it makes me twinge inside a bit too, because I'm super OCD about making everything nice and symmetrical and nice and realistic, so I would probably not enjoy that too much. I kind of would like to see, obviously, a Z levels, right? So obviously have elevation in the game. I have no idea how complicated that is to implement. I'm assuming it's going to be a pretty big challenge. What are we missing here? Oh, we're not missing anything. Someone's going to build it right now. But yeah, you're talking about calculations, calculating up and down routes and things like that, but it would be really cool, and I feel like that would really give you the true customization of a ship in order to, like, when you're able to move to different Z levels, so you can have the bridge on deck 1, you know, you could literally, and I think a lot of people would enjoy something like rebuilding Voyager, or rebuilding the Enterprise, or something like that. Whatever fantasy ship you want, the Millennium Falcon, probably having... I mean, this actually is a pretty decent corner. It looks like when it has a corner piece, it automatically curves the edge around. So it's not blocky. It actually does seem to have a pretty decent curve to it. I wonder, can we build diagonals? Not really. I think you could do that in walls. But I would be curious, like, if you wanted a ship that's a little bit more, say, a Millennium Falcon and a little less Corellian Corvette, would you be able to do that? Would you be able to have the option to... Oh, damn, where's the power node here? Oh, did I go too far? We'll have to probably... we'll probably have to do this. Let's do one here and then one right in front of the bridge, and we'll get those two up, and then we'll be able to power the bridge up. But yeah, if you wanted to curve a ship around, make it more rounded like the Millennium Falcon, I wonder if that's going to be a possibility. But having multiple Z levels, I think, would be really, really fascinating. Because I personally would love to rebuild a couple of my favorite, you know, Star Wars, Star Trek, or other types of ships, you know? So a really cool thing to think about. All right, so the bridge is active. Bridge communications. What can we do here? Oh, it's really dark, of course. Yeah. Sorry. Critical resources are low. Advanced block and basic. No, we don't need those. Those aren't important. Basic building blocks. What does an air vent do? Moves air towards the direction. Oh, creating more even and stable gas levels. Oh, that's cool. That actually would explain or help, you know, if you got your oxygen in one end of the ship, that would help populate or propagate the oxygen to the rest of your ship. So that makes sense. It looks like it's a pretty unobtrusive device. Where does this go? Between walls? Yeah, okay, so that just go right between a wall. Not too bad at all. Let's put down a furniture. Let's put some floor lamps down. And yeah, what can I do? Can I actually go into the system menu? Can I jump to here? Prepare. Crew left behind, none. Preparing for hyperspace jump will force crew members to work and disregard basic needs. Crafts returned 3. Charging. No ship ready. Well, fine. I guess we'll actually wait for a second. Doesn't really tell me what's what. Does someone have to work on it? Sure enough. Okay. All right, so it looks like we're all charged up and we're ready to go. So let's... Oh, we're plotting navigation. Oh, okay, so someone has to work at the hyperdrive, and then someone has to probably, what I'm assuming, is go to... Wait, where's navigation at? Is that a separate building that I have to build? There goes Erica. Nope. Okay, so it looks like Erica's plotting the course. Course laid in. Jump. Hey, we even got an animation for it. Oh god, that's terrifying. Is there... In hyperspace, choose next destination or drop to normal space. Oh god, can we drop... Oh, maybe it's only... It returns you to where you were. Okay, and sure enough, it looks like we have to go system to system. So it would seem like it's probably smarter for us to jump this way because we have a lot of Well, these aren't necessarily... This is ice. I keep thinking this is the fuel we need. An energium, right? So we want to aim for... We have 5 jumps possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How convenient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not convenient. So we're going to want to go this way, because this would let us get to the energium and make more Hyperium. Which one do we need? Well, I guess we'll try to go here then and see what the Hyperium is. All right, so let's drop in... Shoot, did I just hit the wrong button and I drop back into normal space? I bet I did. This is kind of cool. All right, where are we? Did I just screw things up? Sure enough. Okay. Well, I borked that jump up. My fault. That's pilot error. Let's speed things up again. Try to jump one more time. I think I just wasted some fuel, too. I totally probably did. Hey, jump space is different color now. Okay, let's try this again. I think we just have to click this and then wait. Oh, double click on the target sector. Okay, I might have missed that. That doesn't... It's not all that counterintuitive. I'm just not super smart. Oh, hang on. Can I just keep jumping? Oh, that's cool. I thought I was going to have to do this every single time. Oh, God. Interesting. We are interrupt. I assume that means we're going to be able to interrupt someone else that's here. Cool. I like that there's a bit of hyperspace. I almost think it'd be cool to let you kind of like have longer periods in hyperspace so that you could actually see your people moving around in hyperspace a bit. That might be interesting. Is this the other ship? I saw a ship on the map. Oh, cool. It's actually telling me that it's going actively another direction. All right, so since I'm here, I'm going to take a quick look. And I'm probably going to wrap the episode pretty soon, but I wanted to take a quick look around. We could, say, go mine a bunch of Hyperium. I'm assuming that we're going to have to then refine that into something else. So it seems like the smart thing to do would to be set up a crew bay, to probably expand this. I would call this the cargo bay, right? Or something like that. Real quick, though, so I've kind of explored what I wanted to see here. I want to take a quick peek at the second scenario and see if it's a little bit more, either not clear per se. Oh, wow. So you start out with a bunch of stuff here. That's kind of cool. Oh, we're actually on a station, so we're immobile. Oh, cool. So you get to build your ship from complete scratch here. I kind of like this one a little bit more, because you're not limited, or you know, it's not telling you that you have to start with a certain layout. You'd have to build your ship from... Oh, you actually have to gather everything from scratch, though. It's probably not too bad, really, and it looks like you've got the facilities for it here, right? We've got a... yeah, we got the refineries, I think. There's the core module, electronic refinery, metal refinery, chemical refinery. So it looks like you have everything you need to mine all of these resources, and then refine them, and start building your ship, I think. That would make sense to me. What do I have to do? Do I have to click the little down button? I don't think so. I think they're doing that by default. Alright, well I think that's going to wrap it up for me, folks. I think this has been a pretty cool little look into it. I appreciate Bugbite for providing a early access copy to this. I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I'm definitely going to come back to it, and I'm probably going to keep an eye out for updates just to see what they add every so often. But there's been a couple of tile-based space games out there, so I'm curious to see how this one will stack up against the competition down the road. But I would love to see something like Z levels. Again, I've not, and I apologize if it's right there on the Kickstarter page. I really haven't done too much digging. I just really wanted to jump in and see what we've got. So maybe they actually do have a Kickstarter goal or a stretch goal of making multiple Z levels or something like that. So good to see. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about the game, I'm sure there's going to be some information on the Kickstarter page. And again, that information on the Kickstarter itself is below this video. Thank you all so much for joining me. My name is Tobel, and until next time, take care.